Well, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? This is 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗶𝗺. I appreciate you guys cracking up with this video. Listen, I know we've been having quite a few friends that have been coming into our communities, predictable cash flow mindset, and also smarter than money. Guys, we love that because there again, we're not leaving anybody's success to chance, and we leverage social media in terms of getting people in front of this information. And I just want to use just some specific people, some newer folks that have come inside of the community. I want to use them in a demonstration. Now, if you guys have already seen the presentation, this will be right in line with the presentation, just making more emphasis on the exact science. So that's what this is about. So you guys understand, we are operating with exact science at work, to where anyone utilizing the exact science, it's virtually impossible for them to fail with this particular project, okay? So listen, I'm not gonna belabor the moment. I'm gonna jump right into this. But I just wanna mention the names of the folks specifically. Now understand, if I'm not using your name as you're watching this, just replace the names out that I'm using. Use yours and your partners and your team names, because folks, this has 100% mutual benefit. It's predictable, and it functions the same way for everyone all along the way, okay? Awesome. So let me, I'm already sharing my screen. Let me go ahead and, oh, before I get into this, got to make a disclaimer always. The information shared in this presentation or demonstration is not to be considered as financial advice, nor to entice anyone of any guarantees of results. It is for educational and demonstration purposes only. And as members, we are not financial advisors, and we're just merely sharing our personal experience with this incredible project. Bada boom, bada bing. Got to get that out of the way. Now, let's get into it. Now, the names I'm going to use here specifically are going to be Miss Pansy Jones. Also, I'm going to be referring to Chandrika Hall, Nicole Blackman, Michelle, that's the first name. The last name is 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗶𝗺𝗶. I'm going to make an attempt to pronounce it. If it's not right, Michelle, charge it to my head, not my heart, okay? I'm going to go with Messiah, or Messiah, okay? Hope I pronounced that correctly. But anyway, Michelle, I got that part. And also John Abraham. If I didn't mention your name, John, I would mention you in this as well. So let me get myself out of the way here. So folks, this is, people ask, is this a pyramid? No, absolutely not. Folks, this is a on-demand, straight success line system. When one receives deposits, 10 receive residual deposits. Another way of saying that, every time you see money that comes on demand in your bank, understand your inviter also received as well. Now, understand, everybody has an inviter, right? So your inviter even has an inviter. And so remember what I'm saying, because everybody, as we're watching this video, everybody is their own person themselves in relation to everyone in the success line in relation to them. But just understand, you're not the only one that receives when you receive. Not other people, rather those that have come after, in combination of those that were in line previously. 10 people are always receiving every time one receives. So that's why I say every time you see money, your inviter also sees money, okay? Also, this is a collaborative on-demand system. There's no repetitive onboarding required, respectively, and all of your money is residual. All of your money that comes to you is engineered to come residually. The reason being because everybody's subscription that everyone's doing, but it's not coming out of their pocket, right? Everyone's subscriptions is contributing to your income. See, your subscription, when it runs, so those that were in line previously are not just receiving from you instantly and all other accounts that open up, but your subscription that you're doing every 28 days is also contributing that same money to everybody in line prior that they received when you activated your account, okay? So as your subscription is running, it's contributing to everybody else's residual cash flow in line prior. As everyone after you subscription runs, it's contributing to your income, your partner's income, their partners, their partners, their partners, as it's replicating forward. Folks, this thing is ingenious. So now watch this. Let's say we start this off. Well, before I get to that, got a little bit ahead of myself there. So just want to let you guys understand and break it down. We are a decentralized model where we are from the bottom up. So the money is flowing from the bottom up. Okay, this is the reason why everybody's scaling it. And because we have exact science, there is no cycling, there's no rotations, because everything is happening on demand. We're unlimited. This is not subject to any saturation whatsoever. Whereas here in the traditional pyramid, the centralization, okay, it's from the top down, where those at the top typically receive first or the only ones that receive, okay? And because it's top down, those at the top receive first, then it gets negotiated down between salary and wage or commission or whatever the case may be. But folks, it is top down. Notice the amount of space here versus the amount of space up here. Up here, it's infinite amount of space. Where here, it's limited, folks, and that's why there either has to be cycling or rotation that goes before the person at the top makes money. And typically in an operation like that, it always fades out, okay? But folks, here, it's unlimited. Because as this is taking place, we're all scaling. And then because there's no saturation points, when your matrix fails or anybody matrix fails, folks, the system's going to open up you another matrix infinite number of times, and you're constantly coming through the party all over again, scaling your residual cash flow. And your partners, they stay coded to you, okay? That's why everybody's only having to involve 3, because you're going to be receiving from the same people, just like they are going to be receiving from the same people, just like they are going to be receiving from the same people from this day forward. Hence the reason why some people invite more than just 3. But 3 is the minimum, okay? That everybody does. So after you activate your account, you're inviting 3 others to do the same, that each of them invite 3 to get in line after them, okay? That provides the scalability of the bank, folks. It's like any other financial institution. Before PayPal had thousands of digital accounts, okay? They had hundreds. And then it went from hundreds to thousands, then thousands to 10,000s, then 10,000s to hundreds of thousands. Okay? No different than our bank, what we're doing. We're just doing it strategically by inviting partners. But what's happening to everyone as this is taking place? It's scaling everybody's residual cash flow with everybody receiving real money all along the way with no cycling and no rotation, because there again, this is a on-demand straight success line system, okay? So this is financial certainty, folks, not a pyramid, and what I like to call, there's no hope for profits here. What do I mean by hope for profits? See, when your money is incumbent upon selling something, okay, that's hope for profits. When your money is required on, a cryptocurrency fluctuating, that's hope for profits. When it's relied upon an algorithm of a bot or pin levels or ranks, that's going to be hope for profits. I hope I'm making sense. So let's start this with Miss Pansy Jones. So Miss Pansy Jones, she's going to have 3 partners that get in line after her, and on demand, as those accounts are activating, okay, money's going to come to Pansy, but money just didn't come to Pansy, but instantly and simultaneously, as Pansy was receiving on demand from those that she referred, her inviter, their inviter, their inviter, their inviter, their inviter, all just scale, ladies and gentlemen. See what I'm saying? It's from bottom up, okay? We all are scaling together versus top down, where you have to rely on cycling or rotation, okay? Or you have to wait for the person at the top receive, then it gets negotiated down. Okay? We're not that operation, folks, because this here is always subject to saturation, Because there's a lot of people down here doing a whole lot of work, but all the money is going to the person up, all the people up here, or a person, okay? Not an operation. Now, guys, instead of me having names all over the place, I just created a straight success line because this is how it works, okay? Because this thing has been scienced out for it to be a straight success line. And so at every level of accounts, that opening, money's going to be coming to you from every account after yours. That's why everyone's going to have to do this one time, because that's just replicating forward as we're collaborating together, okay? It's constantly sending money to you and all those that were in line previously. So watch this. So let's say one of Pansy's 3 was 𝗗𝗗𝗰𝗶𝗶𝗺𝗏, okay? How many times is 𝗗𝗗𝗰𝗶𝗃 doing the one-time investment of labor, getting 3 in line after her? Just one time. On demand, 𝗗𝗗𝗰𝗃 is going to receive, but independent of her involvement, without her doing any more work, guess what? More money went to Pansy and Pansy's inviter, their inviter, their inviter, and their inviter. All those just received, but think about it. The only person that invited 𝗗𝗗𝗰𝗃 was Pansy. It wasn't her inviter. It wasn't her inviter's inviter or their inviter, but yet they all received money with 𝗗𝗗𝗰𝗃 and, of course, 2 other of Pansy's partners activating an account. Now, 𝗗𝗗𝗰𝗃 is going to represent everybody on that level. Now, let's just say one of 𝗗𝗗𝗃's partners was a church. Because there again, we just don't have individuals involved. We have different organizations, charities, nonprofits, churches, different lending institutions, fundraisers, fraternities and sororities, lending institutions, schools, hospitals. Folks, everyone's in desiring a more residual cash flow than they currently are receiving right now. So people are getting involved for their own reasons. But nonetheless, as they are doing, they're only having to do a one-time execution too. Now I'm sharing this with everybody doing the minimum. So as the church received, look what happens. On demand, more money goes to 𝗗𝗗𝗰𝗃, more money goes to Pansy. Did 𝗗𝗗𝗃 do any more work? No. Did Pansy do any more work? No. Did Pansy's inviter do any more work? No. Did their 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 inviter have to do any more work in order to receive money from these folks doing their one-time process? No. So understand, folks, we collaborate, we all on demand, respectively, escalate in unavoidable, ongoing month after month after month after month residual cash flow. And understand, the cash flow that you receive from this month is going to be higher than next month. Why? Because this thing has just done nothing but just duplicate forward with everybody scaling all along the way, respectively, in the success line that they're in. So now let's say one of the church parishioners was named Nicole. I'm talking about 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶𝗃, okay? So Nicole, she does this one-time process. What's going to happen with Nicole? Instantly, she's going to receive. Now watch this. Without the church doing any more work, without 𝗗𝗗𝗰𝗃 doing any more work, without Pansy doing any more work, folks, everybody just scaled in residual cash flow. Let's say one of Nicole's partners was her brother, John Abraham. Now, I know they're not brothers. I'm just using these relationships in this demonstration, making it personal for some of the new friends. Now, there again, if I don't mention your name or your name is not in here, you can just replace these names and put your name there. So, bro, now understand, Nicole's brother John could be in another city, he could be in another state, he could be another part of the universe. Okay? He's getting involved for his own reasons. So the torch gets passed to brother John. He has 3 get in line after him. Look what happens. Instantly he receives. But instantly and simultaneously, independent of Nicole doing any more work, independent of the church doing anything else, independent of 𝗗𝗗𝗰𝗃 doing anything else, independent of Pansy doing anything else. Look what happened. All their money just scaled. Let's say one of the partners of brother John here is a business getting involved for its own reasons. They're having maybe some other business get in line after them because they may have a connection to other business, other CEOs, okay, other pastors, other churches. It doesn't matter. Those folks get in line after the business that they invited. What's going to happen? They receive, and instantly and simultaneously, independent of their involvement, everybody in line just scaled in residual cash flow. Did Brother John do any more work? No. Did Miss Nicole do any more work? No. Did 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶𝗺𝗿 do any more work? No. Did Pansy Jones do any more work? No. Business involves Michelle. Okay. Let's say Michelle lives out in Canada, right? She invites 3 partners to get on to get in line after her, okay? And Michelle's going to receive on demand simultaneously. Everybody else in line prior also received as well. Did the business do any more work? No. Did Brother John do any more work? No. Did Nicole do any more work? No. Did 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 do any more work? No. Did Pansy Jones do any more work? No. Are y'all seeing 100% mutual benefit? Or are you just seeing just top down where the money is only going to Pansy? No, guys, you're seeing everybody scale. See, we're bottom up, guys. We're bottom up. No cycling, no rotations. No pin levels or ranks that we have to continue to qualify for. No continuous onboarding of people respectively. Meaning that it wasn't required for you to bring in 300 people. It wasn't required for you to bring in everyone, just duplicating a one-time process. Everyone having 3 get in line after them, that each of them do the same. That's how this thing unfolds. You are inviting 3 who get in line, and each of them are just doing the same. Everybody's doing that one time. Inviting 3 who also invite 3. We like to say here, you don't have 3 until your 3 personally have theirs. Now, are people just stopping at 3? No, because they see how this thing works. But we're not inviting people just to be a body in the system. This is about duplication. Remember, everybody's only doing a one-time process that's required. And as we collaborate, everybody doing that one-time process, we all, on demand, escalate. So look at this. Let's say Michelle knows someone in England or Asia. Now, Pansy or 𝗗𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗃 or the church or Nicole or the Brother John or the business may not know anybody in England or Asia, but it don't matter. Okay? Of course, I know with these people out here in England or Asia, some of them are inviting more than 3 people. But we're just saying, with everybody just having 3 get in line, this is what takes place as that's happening. So understand, everything is happening on demand. So as everyone's first person got in board, money went to that person that invited them and everybody else that was in line prior. When that second person activates, money came to that inviter and everybody else that was in line prior. When that third person activated, money came to their inviter and everybody else that was in line prior. If there's a fourth person, okay, now that person may drop after the first person because there is spillover. It's a 3 by 10. So there is spillover on the table. We just don't promote it. But that's a way we help our team as well, because the system will just put the person in the next open spot wherever there need to be. It does it automatically, folks. It does it automatically. So you have some people receiving from people, again, that they didn't even invite. Now, we don't promote spillover, and we're not looking for those who are looking for it. Everybody doing their part. So let's say if someone from England or Asia, well, I guess that was it. So guys, understand, there is no saturation. And so in this example, Pansy will get re-entered when her matrix fails. But understand, she could be coming through this thing again for a second, third, or fourth, or fifth, or sixth, or seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 100th time. Because you come through it again infinite number of times as your matrix continues to fill. Because just like your matrix filled, Chandrika's matrix filled. As Pansy and Chandrika's matrix filled, the church matrix will fill. As their matrix fills, Nicole's matrix will fill. Brother John's matrix will fill. Michelle's matrix will fill. Everybody's matrix fills when it reaches over 88,000 accounts. I don't know the exact number, but there is an exact number. But everybody's partners will be coded to them. But as Pansy may be coming through it for a second time or a third time, as I was mentioning, she'll be coming after possibly those who may be just going through it for the first time. And they don't know Pansy. But look what happens. Pansy scales, and so does their money too. And they don't even know Pansy. But the point I want to make, we have a Morbius loop built in, folks. There is no saturation points with our project. And so, just like I said, Pansy, matrix field, she re-entered. Who is coded to Pansy in this example? Everybody, really. But look, Chandrika comes right after and re-enters after Pansy. And look, Chandrika continues to scale from scaling before, coming through it from the first time. And then as the church matrix fills, they'll be coming behind Chandrika. As Nicole matrix fills, another matrix will open up. They'll be coming behind the church. Brother John will be coming again, back to this again, behind Nicole, folks. And that's what I mean when I say everybody will continue to scale and ongoing residual cash flow from this day forward. Okay. Awesome. So let me real quickly go to the back office. And I created this account. I called it Pansy Jones. Now, even though this is a demonstration account, it's an exact replica of a live account that shows you the actual results. It's just not real money until it's a live account. But it's literally showing you if this were to take place in the live account, what you would have in real money, in real time. So watch this. I'm going to come down here and we're going to add Chandrika. Keep that same lineage that we did on that slide there. So Chandrika Hall, July 5th at 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶.com. All right, come down here, put this code in. I'm not a robot. 75191. Now, you guys see Pansy Jones at zeros. Now, Pansy, if it is on demand, Chandrika, if it is on demand, Nicole, if it is on demand, Michelle, if it is on demand, John, if it is on demand, when this account goes in, that should go from zeros to a predictable outcome. Let's see. So I hit invite. Watch how Pansy goes from zeros to receiving. But Pansy, this is the power of our operation. See that account that Chandrika just activated? You were only you were the only person that invited her. Your inviter did not. Your inviter's inviter did not. Their 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 inviter did not. But guess what happened to them as money came to you from Chandrika's account? Money came to them as well, independent of their involvement. Now, if it is exact science, if it is to mathematical certainty, when I go to another browser and do the same thing, okay, whereas Chandrika is inviting Nicole Blackman, what should be the outcome if it's predictable? Because guys, when I share with you the money here, okay, because I'm going to share this next, I share with you the money here. This red is the only work that everybody did. That's 35. So when everybody doing the same thing, it's going to bring them to 35. So see, if this 35 wasn't real or being predictably received, then none of these numbers here would even be real or matter. Because these numbers only came just by this right here being replicated and duplicated. Just like these numbers here, that it scales to beyond 13,000. These numbers would not be real if that 35 was not real. If the 1175 wasn't real. If the 2350 wasn't real, then none of these numbers would be real. But ladies and gentlemen, because this $35 is real, the 47 is real. The 96 is real. The 258 is real. The 987, the 2360, the 5242, the 13,423, the 48,298, the 193,688, the 1,014,772 is real. The 1,080,382 is real. The 1.4 million is real. The 2.7 million is real. The 10 million is real. Because all these monies come independent of our involvement. All these monies after the 35 was independent of our involvement. Everybody's process just did this. We're doing the minimum. We're doing the minimum. I'm trying to make it plain. Doing my best to make it clear. Don't overcomplicate this deal, folks. You'll be compelled to do so, but don't do it. Keep this as simple as riding a bike or walking down the sidewalk. Okay? So, let's bounce up back here. So we're going to take that account because I want you guys to see the predictability, the exact science. I'm not going to do 3 accounts because I want to keep the demonstration short and get back to the money. But so we're going to go back to Patsy Jones' money because I want to keep it on her money. Now I want you to understand, everything is on demand. So when I hit refresh, because there hasn't been an account opened up, look, Patsy's still at the same result. I made refresh again and watch. Patsy's still going to be at the same amount. So I'm going to open up another window here. And now we're going to log in as the 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶 account. And now 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶 is going to add 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶𝗵 as one of her partners. Okay, just like we saw on the slide, okay? So I'm saving that. Accept all this here. See, it says 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶𝗵 and who her enroller is there. And now you see 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶 is all that. See, it says 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶 at the top, 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶, and look, she's all at 0, just like Patsy's account was. Now I'm going to refresh again. Watch, Patsy's money don't move. Right? I may refresh on 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶. She hasn't added anyone yet. Watch, her money doesn't move. See, it's all zeros. Now let's bounce down here and let's do 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶𝗵. 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗵. July 5th. I'm using random information for demonstration purposes. Now here again, even though this is a replicated account, okay? This is an exact replica of a live account, how a live account functions. So this is as now Nicole is gonna, let me put in this code that I'm not a robot, 90224. So this is as 𝗗𝗗𝗰𝗀𝗃, Nicole is one of her partners that's getting in line after her, right? So I'm gonna come down here, let me copy that Nicole. So I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna add. Now watch 𝗗𝗗𝗃 go from zeros. Folks, is that the same predictable outcome that Patsy received? See, 1175 and 1175. So guys, when I say it's predictable here, it's predictable. Now, remember, every time You receive money. Your inviter sees new money. So Chandrika just saw money. Now watch this. I'm going to go back to Pansy's account. Remember, when I was hitting refresh, Pansy's money didn't move, right? But see, her organization just had an account come in. And the person that invited that person received. And the next person in line is Pansy. Let's hit refresh. Did Pansy receive more money? She went from $11.75, folks, to $13. Did she do any more work? I'm talking about Pansy. No. But her money still went up. Okay. Now, if it is exact science, what I'm about to do now is now we're going to go into Nicole's account, who Chandrika invited, and we're going to have Nicole invite Michelle or John Abraham. And what should be Nicole's amount when John's account activates? $11.75. Then what will, based on what you see Pansy's results are, what will Chandrika's results go to from $11.75 to whatever the next number is? What should that next number be if it's to exact science and mathematical certainty? It should go to $13 just like you see with Pansy. Now let's hit refresh on Pansy. Her money does not move because again, everything is on demand. Let's hit refresh on Chandrika. Her money's not going to move. Why? Because everything is on demand. Okay. Now let's go to a third window, and let me refresh because I was doing a demonstration for somebody else. Okay. And now we're going to log into that 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗶𝗺𝗿 account. I'm hit. Okay. Now you can see it's going to say 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗶𝗺, and her enroller is Chandrika. Okay. All right. Close that. Now you see it says 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗶𝗺 now at the top. And you see Nicole is at all zeros, just like Pansy's account was before we added the account, just like Chandrika Hall's account was before we added accounts, right? So, or before folks got in line after them. Now this is Nicole. Now Nicole is going to be inviting John Abraham. So John Abraham, July 5th at 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗃.com. All right. Come down here, put it I'm not a robot, 57270. And if it's to exact science, if it's predictable mathematical certainty, what is Nicole's results going to be from John Abraham activating his account? Folks, if it ain't going to be $11.75, then the system is not credible. Can we agree with that? It wouldn't be exact science. If when I put in that John Abraham account and 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗶𝗺 does not receive $11.75, not only that, if it's not to absolute certainty, mathematical certainty, and exact science, then when I hit refresh on Chandrika, if it ain't 13 like Pansy, then folks, it ain't real. Watch this. Let's go to Nicole. I'll put in John Abraham's account. Watch Nicole go from zeros to $11.75. Folks, it's exact science. Now, let's go to another account. Okay. Now, because independent of Chandrika's involvement, independent of Pansy's involvement, as Nicole received, remember, every time you receive money, your inviter received more. So, if it's to predictable exact science, when I hit refresh, what should Chandrika's money be? If it ain't 13, folks, then it ain't mathematical certainty. So let's come here. Let's hit refresh. What is the number? Folks, how do I know it's going to be exact science? I've been doing it for 20 months. And the same thing that's been doing for us, it's the same thing. It's irrefutable math, folks. It's irrefutable math. You can count on it. So now watch this. Now we're going to go to Pansy. Now remember, when I was in Pansy's account, I was hitting refresh and our money didn't move. Now I'm hitting refresh now because John Abraham opened up an account that's after Pansy, even though Pansy didn't invite them, 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶𝗶 didn't invite them. It was only Nicole that invited John Abraham. But look what happened to Pansy. She received. She received, folks. So now let's go back to Nicole's account again. Okay. Let's just add a second person. All right. We're going to add Michelle. Okay. 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗶𝗆𝗃. Michelle. 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗃. July 5th at 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗋𝗶.com. Just using random information for demonstration purposes. 37822. Watch this, folks. I'm going to hit invite. Now, if it is too exact science, okay? Look, folks, 2350. Did Nicole receive on demand? Okay. Let's go to 𝗗𝗵𝗀𝗃. Let's hit refresh, ladies and gentlemen. Did they receive again? Okay. Are y'all seeing that number? Are y'all seeing that number? That 𝗗𝗵𝗃 is at 1425 with Pansy being at 1425. It's exact science. So let's hit refresh on Pansy. Did Pansy scale as well? Folks, it's with exact science. It's with exact science. It's with exact science. Failure is impossible for anybody that executes and uses the exact science. That's another way of saying this is financial certainty. We collaborate, ... We all, on demand, escalate. Now, we're going to have Nicole add a third account because I want you guys to see the predictable 35. Because if it doesn't come to 35, then it's not going to do what we say it's going to do. But because we know predictably, it's going to bring you to 35. Okay? So, let's go back to Nicole. We're adding a third person after Nicole. Let's do a church. Let's do Now Faith Church. Now Faith Church at 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗃.com. Come down here, put this code that I'm not a robot, 61001. Hit invite. Nicole should go to what? 30. That could be a duplicate account because I've used Now Faith many times. So hold on. And just so you know, nobody else money moved either. That was a duplicate account. Okay. See, their money didn't move. Okay. So I want you guys to don't think that, well, you put in an account, but no, folks, it was a duplicate account. Let's go here. Watch, their money doesn't move either. Okay. So I want y'all to see. See, stay the same. So let me go back to that account again and add just a total new account. Let me do Frankie Mays. July 5th at 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗃.com. All right, come down here, put this code. I'm not a robot. 31043. Come down here. See, it's 2350. Hit invite. And watch what happens, folks. 3525. Okay? Y'all seen that? 35. Boom, 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 boom. 35. Okay? But not only as Nicole Black was receiving, now even though Nicole may be going faster than Chandrika and faster than 𝗵𝗀, but look what happened. The Chandrika scale, without doing any more work, are y'all seeing the 1550? The exact science, because look where 𝗵𝗀 is at 1550. Chandrika's there too. Exact science. But let's now go to 𝗵𝗀, hit refresh. Does 𝗵𝗀 have more? Folks, it's to exact science, predictable mathematical certainty. Now let's go to the money now, close this thing out, okay? So here it is again. We have exact science. We collaborate. We all on demand escalate, folks. So look, your inviter had you and two others get in line after them, brought them to 35, but on demand simultaneously, everybody else that was in line prior scaled. Now understand again, folks, that's residual cash flow. Because you and the other two partners' subscription is going to run every 28 days. And that same money is going to be coming to your inviter, and the monies that came to everybody else in line prior, that's going to be coming to them 13 times a year from your subscription. But your subscription is not going to be coming out of your pocket. Because as your three get in line after you, it brings you to 35 covering your subscription. But the reason why I say that money is not going to have to come out of your pocket again, because look what happened to your inviter, okay, without them doing any more work. Their money went from 35 to 47. So their money scaled. You and those other two got their subscription covered, and your inviter's money scaled. Their inviter's money scaled. Their inviter's money scaled, and their inviter's money scaled. These guys are the same one time. They received 35. Have you done any more work? No. Has your inviter done any more work? No. Has money gone to work for you and scaled you receiving more money? Yes. So is money working for you? Yes, it is. Is money working for your inviter? Yes, it is. Is money going to work for your partners? Yes. Because now their partners doing the same thing. They got their subscription covered. Everybody money scale instantly and simultaneously on demand. Did your partners do any more work? No. Did you do any more work? No. Did your inviter do any more work? No. Did anybody else in line prior do any more work? No. These guys are the same one time. 35 to them. Everybody in line prior scales. Did these guys do any more work? Did these guys do any more work? Did you do any more work? Did your inviter do any more work? These guys are the same one time. They received 35. That same predictable, exact science, mathematical certainty number that your inviter received doing this one time, you received doing this one time, they received doing this one time, that they received doing this one time, that they received doing this one time, that they received doing this one time. It's scaling everybody's money in line prior, respectively. These guys are the same. 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 As this was replicating forward to this point, at this point, did these people here do any more work? No. Did these people 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 do any more work? No. Did your partners, did your inviter and all those that were in line previously do any more work or have to involve any more people or have to come out of any more money out of their pockets to cover their subscription or anything else. Absolutely not, ladies and gentlemen. But is everybody 100% mutually benefiting with 100% mutual scalability? Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay? So folks, this is 100% mutual beneficial to everyone. It's open to anywhere in the world. Okay? Send your email to your inviter. Your partners send their email to you. Everybody's doing a one-time out of pocket, and everyone's having 3 get in line after them, that each of them do the same. Everybody's doing that one-time process, one single time. Not required for anybody to do it again in a week or a month, 5 years, 10 years, or 50 years, or 100 years. And this thing is willable, sellable. You can pass it on to the next beneficiary, okay? Or put it in a trust and will it to the next generation. They just take the cash flow over from that point on, okay? But listen, does it go beyond 13,423? I believe you saw that. So let me jump down there, show that, because here again, you saw everybody get the 13,000 independent of their involvement. So all these monies that you see that was after 35, as this is replicating forward, everybody getting their 35, doing their one-time investment of labor, these monies come to us just as real as the 35, the 47, the 96, the 58, et cetera, et cetera. So if the 35 was not real, this 13,000 is not real. Because this 13,000 was just through the independent involvement of scalable cash flow coming to you. Because as you are here, your partners are like around 5,000 and something. But look at this, as they come to 13,423. On demand simultaneously, your money is at 48,000. And of course, your inviter has scaled. Their inviter has scaled. Their inviter has scaled. None of them have done any more work. As these guys come to 13,000. On demand, your partners are here, you are here. As these guys come to 13,000, simultaneously on demand, everybody else's money has scaled, independent of everybody's involvement. As these guys were coming to 13,000 instantly and simultaneously, it was scaling everybody else. As these guys came to 13, it scaled everybody else. As these guys were coming to 13, it scaled everybody else. As these guys who haven't done any more work since they did their 35 and it was replicating forward, folks, has any of these people done any more work since their $35? No. Is it 100% mutually beneficial to everybody without there being any cycling or rotation that anybody has to be relying upon? No. Without it being encompassed upon anyone have to do any more work or quotas or qualify for pin levels or ranks or anything like that. Absolutely not, folks. Simultaneously as they came to 13,000, it scaled everybody else up the escalator, folks. We collaborate. We all on demand escalate. We all collaborate. Everyone doing a one-time execution. We all on demand escalate. So these guys come to 13,000. This keeps going, folks. This is a Morbius loop that's built in. Irrefutable math at work. Social proof coming to everybody all along the way. So folks, that's my time. Appreciate you guys cracking up this video again. You're more than welcome to share this with, with those that you want to get in front of this, because this is really emphasizing the exact science in our system. And in failure is impossible for all those that execute and use the exact science. My name is Douglas Ford, coming to you out of Houston, Texas. I'd like to conclude every time we come together. We just don't want to see you at the top. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you over the top. Take care. God bless.